within the children industry that you can target. You don't have to start doing X-rated content and stripping online. OnlyFans, right?
tempted to show OnlyFans when Julie said bathing suit.
Right, so you don't have to shift from curating content for children to curating content for X-rated adults. Maintain your values, but you can pivot within that core industry.
Awesome.
Matthew said a lot of great things. I just want to add to that a lot of persons come on social media and we really glamorize the perks, the money-making opportunities and all that, but we don't really underscore enough that social media could also be a very toxic space, right? There's a lot of bullying that happens online, and yet we could block like Julie Mangler or me. We can block all the noise. But I think if you're coming into the social stratosphere without understanding who you are as a person, like who you are, your self-awareness of self, your values, what you want to project online, because we all carry our own personalities and our own values, but like who do you want the world to remember? One of the things that came out of Origins, which is the Ghana Fashion Festival that was hosted recently under our minister as well, is one of the questions they asked is, I'm sorry, I just lost my train of thought.
Too many cute people in the room.
Oh my goodness.
It's okay. Old age is a real thing.
But let me just continue. It comes back to understanding who you are in the world. If you don't have that organically defined before you get into that space, social media will swallow you up.
Yeah.
By extension, just like being on social media, and you guys know my type of content. My content is brand Guyana. At the core of everything that I do is how do we promote Guyana to the region, how do we promote Guyana to the world, especially in this juncture where everything is changing about us, where we're defining ourselves. And automatically what comes with that is criticisms. Like I've been on the blogs and the everything, the activists and all of them. I've been thrown up several times. So if you don't, right, so if you don't know yourself outside of the social space, it's going to be very difficult. So defining that for yourself before you get into the social media space is important, because when you get online, you wouldn't want to be like everybody else. So that's what I would say to that.
So at this point, I need to make safety high heel boots for you. Definitely, right?
Yes, again, I already forgave me for that. At least y'all got the status about them.
We got you, we got you. All right, you want to say something before we ask the audience a question?
For sure.
Okay.
Be the hardest work in the room. Like, no, for the question.
Okay, be
the hardest work in the room, because with content it's easy to fall off from time to time. One thing I look at is my idea is like a bank. Your bank, you're going to have savings and you're going to have money that you're going to touch for day to day. So in order to keep consistent, I have an idea bank. Well, I write like 30 ideas, just in case I get a content block. I can take from the savings and make the content, but I always put back in the bank. So I do videos every day, Sunday to Sunday. So let's just say Sunday, having a hard time coming up with an idea, I go to the bank, I take that, do the video, but on Monday, I put back an idea that I come up with in the bank. So I'm always able to stay ahead of the curve. I'm always able to not have that content block. Because it does happen. Life happens as well. Two things happen, mentally, emotionally, in many different aspects of life. So it's always good to get a bank, idea bank, have it there. So just in case the content blocks happen, but don't drain the bank. Always put back. And it's good to jump on trends as well. Nothing.
Would you like to?
Oh, go ahead.
No, we're not going to match you. So before we go forward with the two questions from the audience, I just need PAD 38, 37 or 31, one onto the two, to please go to your white Prado. It's blocking somebody. You got fancy here. Not you, sit down. Alright, so we're going to take two questions. Oh, it's a minister, okay. Can we please get 2 questions from the audience kindly? And you might, today is Saturday, so we might be in Ezekiel's video today, because you know, we have to do a video today, since he said he has do videos every day, so where's your video person? I'm joking. Alright, yes, 2 questions from the audience kindly. I see 2 hands, so it's going to be those 2 persons kindly. Straight over, there we go. The one person did not pull down their hand, but there's one behind them also. If you could just shoot back up your hand, I think it was a female hand.
My turn.
Yes. Go ahead. We want to see you.
Greetings, everyone.
Greetings.
My name is Akeem. Stage name is I'm the Dragons and TD. And first of all, I want to say change your life. God in anything you do. I'm younger than you. Yo, respect my manners. So, a bit about me right quick. I am a dancer, actor, poet, writer, etc., right? Naturally. And I hear a lot of talk about pivoting and it, you know, when gear start turning. And I want to direct this specifically to Samson because we started out with the comedy, you know, and we get out that entertainment, then you transition into music. And there's not no joke, you transition. Musicians know musicians, we know the vibe. And that's there. So I want to hear about your journey and how you started to implement that and lead into that.
A lot of my inspiration is like Jamie Foxx, multi-skilled in many different things, and acting, and comedy, and music. And one of the things for me was trying to push the envelope, trying to figure out how can I tap into another market in the best way possible. I've always liked music, but I figured out a way to bring it across in a creative way. That's why I created Screws. All the people saying they like Screws is really me coming up with the songs, obviously, but creating the character brings sort of a different persona to it. People take it a little bit more in a different way. And then when I realized that, I said, okay, Screws is a character, the music doing good. How can I create something a little bit more positive, a little bit more, you know, impactful to the youth most importantly? And that's how the song Change Your Life and Zion came about. But all those things are planned. It's things that I try to implement in content. I understand I have a responsibility with the voice that I have. So I always try to do something positive as much as I can in between what I do. But music is a passion of mine as well. I love music. So I always try to figure out how can I incorporate it in my content. Also big up to you as well too, bro.
Big up to you. And our final question from the young lady in the back, kindly.
Hello, everyone.
Hello, Precious.
Well, as Nevin said, my name is Precious. I am a content creator as well. However, I do not create content for myself. I do it for others small businesses who may need that person to do content for them. My question is, Jovan had mentioned that entering into the social media space, you need to know yourself because it can kind of crush you a bit. But my question is, what should a new influencer or a new content creator do if they have run into the inevitable enemy on social media that will try to tear them down, especially if they're trying to create positive content?
So I'm definitely one of the people who get attacked online, and I want to tell you the thing that I do is do nothing. I think when you allow negative situations, like when you respond to it, you interact with it and all that, you go back and forth with people, you allow it to amplify. So for me, every time somebody puts out something negative about me, and there have been many occasions, the next thing I do is post a beautiful picture of myself. I promote my work. I continue to promote the brands that I work with. I continue to push brand Diana because the negativity and the publicity that is going to come from that negative thing is going to guide people to my page and it's going to give me some more eyes. Alright? So for me, it's like I would not even block them. I would just avoid it. I would not even respond or interact with it because for me, when you do that, you give it a bigger audience than it actually needs.
You give it oxygen. Go right ahead.
I can add it. Sometimes we view criticism as a bad thing.
Yes.
Sometimes it could be criticism in a way for you to grow because throughout my journey I've dealt with a lot of things. Samson, you're not funny. Samson, I don't like this character. Samson, you're too loud. And I realized I was too loud. in some of the videos. Still not in particular.
It's okay to be loud.
Yeah, it's okay to be loud,
It's okay.
but sometimes people may give you criticism that may come across as something bad, but it may not be that. So it's for you to be able to figure out, okay, what is a criticism in a good way, and what is a hater here. So, as Julia said, block them, but not all, some of them, if they're too disrespectful. But yeah.
I think Matthew wants to say something, but I wish the DJ, we have some really key points here. He could have just put on it, instant black and delete. He could have put on drop, and then when Javon said balance, we'd be like, balance. Yes, over to you, Matthew. Let me behave.
So I kind of have a different view from my fellow panelists. Firstly, if you're not mentally strong and able to withstand criticism, you should not be a content creator, influencer, social media personality, creative, whatever other labels people give themselves. Before you venture into that field, know that this is what will happen. Worse yet, as a Guyanese. Right, as a Guyanese content creator, I feel like the hate is multiplied by 10. Like operating in a very small country, and a country with a lot of miserable people. Remember, basically loves company. Secondly, now, I don't believe in ignoring. If you go on my page and the haters start commenting, for example, they might say that economy is a dress-up event. I will respond to them to protect and defend the integrity of my brand. If the comments are about me personally, I can't dress, my head is small and short, my teeth are big, or my fingers are small, whatever it is, I don't mind. I can handle personal comments. When it comes to my brand though, I'm not allowing anyone to come and try and rain on my parade, especially with inaccuracies, mistruths, propaganda, falsities, idiocies, nonsense, and I can go on and on and on. So I would advise you to protect your brand, especially if you know you're in the right. Nothing is wrong with going at them back in the comment section, just remain respectful. And regardless of who it is, whether it's the president, whether it's the most popular journalist in the country, whether it's the minister of government, you defend the integrity of your brand.
Thank you so much. All right, I think I talked all my talk for this afternoon. Is it afternoon? Yes. And I just want to say thank you so much to the panelists for keeping it REAL, very much real, and reminding us of the impact lasts longer than any algorithm. For anyone here today, whether you have 100 followers, because it really don't matter, or 1,000 followers, your voice can shape culture and create change. Build for legacy, not just for likes. Now DJ, the DJ not with me today. Thank you very much, everyone, and let us have a great rest of the day. Jimmy, see you back over to you.